And today we're going to be installing the diesel heater. Now here's the heads up. I've never installed a diesel heater before, but I reckon I'll go all right. I'll give myself a day to do it. Let's go through what we've got. A materials list, installation manuals. Yeah. We've got our fuel tank. We've got a loom of wiring. So here we have a control for the bedside, some shrouds for the ground when you go through the caravan floor, my fuel pump, fuel hoses, and some sort of fuel filter, and a whole lot of bits and bobs for fixings. So we've got some muffler stuff here, and of course our vents. Okay, so this is obviously the main unit. All clearly labelled, air in, some fuel or breather, and exhaust out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put it under the bed. Okay, so we've got the heater. Got to be mindful too, I'm going to have other things in this area. Let's put you over there quite safely. Now, it came with this really nice flange, very smart flange. Okay, so we're pretty centered there. I'm happy with that. There we go. Let's So let's just quickly silicon up this bad boy before we drop her in. I'm going to go a bit crazy. I always go a bit crazy with silicon. A bit more than less is always my preference. I'm also going to put something to stop all the bugs from getting back up in here. I'm then going to put a little bit more silicon here. Like I said, I'm going to go a bit crazy. So let's push her down. Squish her out. Love it. Squished out evenly, which means we've got no air gaps here, baby. Bit of silicon underneath here, in the ring here. So I'm just going to quickly silicon around here, because I don't want any little buggies coming up. It's a good bead. Okay, so I'm back under the van again. Had a bit of lunch, had a cup of tea and a biscuit. And let me give you an update. So I've put on the inline fuel filter. I've put on the pump, inline pump. So we've got to install the muffler and we've got to install the fresh air intake. That's going to be our exhaust out. This will be our exhaust in. View on. We're at the batteries now. Let's open up our batteries. Our battery. this guy slides up, comes out, off. And here's our $1,000 batteries, eh? Okay, so I've just brought a box along. So when I get it out, I can sit it there. All right, that's a big fuse. Okay, now just to be clear, I'm no auto electrician. I'm just a dude giving it a go, right? I'm assuming everything I'm doing here is correct. Neutral on neutral, active on active. Okay, that feels really tight. Got these bad boys. On, in, and down. Okay, so now we've come from underneath the van and we're gonna install the fuel tank. I was thinking about putting it here, but obviously that's in the way of the jerry can. The next available spot is just here, but then I'm gonna get direct debris off the road and it doesn't grab me at all. It actually fits behind here quite perfectly. And we've got the protection of, at some point, we're going to get some sort of stone guard, either a net under or a stone guard across. But I've got all this infrastructure here to obviously help protect it. So where I'm going to be installing it is just here. Fits very comfortable. I can get my drill in there, I've already checked it. Nice and centered, just there. Just install it like that. All my lines will run underneath and they'll run across. I'll have them shrouded and protected. Okay, so we've got the fuel tank installed. That's all nice and square and clean. That's really, really good.